People have been making silver jewelry and other objects since about 4000 BC. Silver remains popular today because of its beauty and its affordability compared to gold and platinum. Pure silver is rather soft, so it's traditionally combined with one or more metals to give it hardness and strength. The silver used in jewelry is traditionally sterling silver. Sterling is composed of 92.5% silver and 7.5% alloy. The alloy is usually copper, or copper combined with other metals. This Mexican jewelry manufacturer melts the standard ratio of copper and zinc alloy to silver, then also remelts silver left over from the jewelry production process. At 960 degrees Celsius, it takes just seconds for these solid metals to become molten sterling silver, at which point workers pour it into a stainless steel mold. The silver rapidly cools and hardens into a flat bar. Workers extract the bar and clean it with sulfuric acid, then pass it between two rollers in a press. The rollers apply nearly 1,500 kilograms of pressure. Workers feed the bar into the press repeatedly, each time turning this wheel to narrow the gap between the rollers to progressively thin it out. Rolling the bar scrambles its molecules, making the silver brittle. So they reheat it to rearrange the molecules into a regular pattern again and restore flexibility and malleability. The bar now goes through another rolling press to radically reduce the thickness. This 10-millimeter thick bar becomes a thin strip a mere quarter of a millimeter thick. In doing so, it also lengthens dramatically, from 25 centimeters to 4 meters. The strip now passes through a series of forming rollers, which progressively curl the edges up and inward until the strip becomes a hollow tube. Then the machine solders the edges, sealing the tube. The tube is still way too thick for making earrings and rings, so on it goes to another thinning operation. This machine grabs one end of the tube and pulls it through a series of circular dies which have progressively narrower diameters. Once the tube is the required diameter, a winding machine curves it. Some tubes then move on to a cutting machine, which uses a diamond head to engrave a pattern in the surface. To make hoop earrings, an artisan steadies a piece of curved engraved tube in locking tweezers and solders on an earring hook, then the latch into which the hook snaps. Some pieces of jewelry incorporate cubic zirconia stones. In this design, a computer-guided laser machine has already cut two patterned pieces out of an ultra-thin silver sheet. A stamping machine then rounded each piece into a half sphere. The artisan now solders the two halves together, encasing the cubic zirconia stones inside. Then he solders the rest of the earring components, made from silver tubing and silver wire. Here, an artisan is making a pendant. He locks cubic zirconia stones in between the front and back frame pieces. Then he positions the centerpiece within the frame, soldering it in 4 spots. He solders a ring to the top of the pendant. Then the bail, the loop for the chain, around the ring. Next, into the finisher, a rotating barrel of abrasive powder that rounds edges and smooths rough spots. A buffing with a cloth wheel then polishes the silver to a mirror finish. The same computerized laser machine that cut the sphere earrings can also etch an elaborate design on the surface of a piece. It can reproduce virtually any image that can be created or copied with software. The laser draws by pulverizing a micro-layer of silver. As the laser works, a built-in suction device vacuums the silver powder away. Besides adding strength and durability, the alloy makes sterling silver less porous and therefore shinier. And the copper in particular has anti-corrosive properties which reduce tarnishing.